Militia Actual play. Improv's absence is sorely apparent as the other three runners attempt to come up with a plan. CoCoPuff Shimmy sends some important information Kennel's way, which opens up a possible avenue to triple the gang's size. Horatio thinks it's whiz, but Juliet, well, that girl is about complicated. It's time to begin episode 69. And then he does the marionette fingers thing.
So, can we just shoot them and run in? Like, make it simple?
Look, let me just make one call real quick, okay? Let me call Cocoa Puff, see if he knows, make sure this building isn't like, off limits or something. I'm just saying, like, what, yo, Horatio, what if the Crimson Crush secretly own this building and they're gonna have to get their lawyers? Huh?
Oh, okay. I was just thinking we could dress up like spiders, right? That way, if anybody gets mad, they're gonna think we're the spiders doing it.
Yeah, but won't all those extra legs get tangled? Oh, you meant the gang. I thought you meant like Halloween or. Sorry, man.
That works.
I'm in my own
No,
place.
not that gang. The other gang, the spiders gang.
I like that idea, especially since we have one of their cards.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Jim, I am going to shoot a message over to CoCoPuff Shimmy, just asking if he knows anything about this building specifically and who operates it or who protects it. That's a lot of hits.
Oh yeah, bro. I know what's going on. It's going to cost you though.
Cost, man. Boy, I swear, if I didn't know that you had to replace your entire wardrobe because you finally bought a mirror, I would argue with you. But all right, I'll hook you up in a little bit. What do you need? 50? 75?
Make it 200.
200? What?
This be good stuff. This be the good stuff.
Man,
I ain't just giving you nothing here. This is good.
Best be 200 million. You know what new 200 million got me? A co-ed. I'm just saying. Hey, let me send you the picture. Ken will actually send one of the pictures over to him as he sends over the 200 million.
Could have made that 150 new in just the picture there, bro. But I ain't complaining. Now, this place is owned by, I want to say, some sort of subsidiary, some small company who owns some small company of Horizon. But they ain't nothing big. They pay some sort of protection to the nukes, but their big thing is all of the people who are actually hired on, not just like the people who they pay to come in, the ones who actually work for them. They all got them skill wires things, and supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but them boys that have actually worked for them and all that, can do all that wicked ninja stuff that just because of them skill wires that they normally wouldn't be able to do. No, but
so they got it's a puppet factory. I know what these are.
yeah, kinda. They make a lot of that stuff for them. But as far as all that sort of stuff goes, they ain't nothing big. They have those people on the outside mostly for looks. It's some sort of it's like some knockoff of KE and Lone Star, but like the cheap version everybody actually really wants to use, but only use because they can't afford nothing else,
Yeah, I dig, man. Yo, you are potentially. He's gonna look Juliet dead in the eyes. You are potentially a lifesaver. Yo, I'll hook you up with some more pictures later, man.
Cool.
There's a sullen look in response. Sure. What do you say?
You saying we need more bombs?
Well, yeah,
No.
always, but
What I'm
What else?
saying is, yo, we could just like triple the size of our gang overnight if we take over their control software.
huh?
Think about it. He said they got the wires and stuff so they can do their job. What if? Okay, you listening? And he's gonna pause dramatically. Huh?
Yeah.
We get Improv to hack their, because like they gotta have like a network or something, or like maybe they plug their heads all into like a computer thing, and then what we do is we just reprogram the brains and we have them work for us, and we don't gotta pay them none because they got them chips in there, and we'll just be like beep boop, play the chip where they get paid like a beetle or something, and they'll be like, yo, you pay me that much, and we'd be like, yeah, get back to work, your shift just started, and anything we need them to do, we can just run the software on the wires for them.
Taking over a factory sounds complicated.
Oh, that sounds so whiz.
Complicated.
No, but whiz.
Well, yeah, for us, but I'm sure like Improv probably did this when she was like a baby or something. Like, actually, I don't know. It kind of creeps me out to think about Improv as a baby, like trying to give her a bottle and the crib explodes. I don't feel so good all of a sudden. I sleep like
So
directly below her floor, man. I'm gonna die one of these nights. Don't make
Okay,
my-
so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
so,
you are. That's why I don't sleep near her.
Oh, that's why I'm on the top floor.
And that's a good idea. Except that you'll be on the top of the explosion. So, are we actually waiting for Improv then?
Well, I mean, do any of you know a way to turn off their like kung fu downloader? Because look, I got an offer to work in
Nope.
a factory like this once when I was younger. And what they do is like you got to get the wires, and apparently they hurt real bad because everybody complains that they hurt all the time. And what they do is like they plug you in, and then they unplug you, and then like you do your job, and then when you leave, they do something to like take it out of your brain, so like you can't steal like their stuff. You know, their like how to do like how to put it in this box the way they like it. Like that's all secrets from like the corporations. But they tried to hook me up with one of those, and I was like, nah. And they were like, okay, then get out. So I left.
Yeah, good call. No, I don't know how to do that. And I don't think you do either. And I don't think Horatio does either. So let's just go.
But that's Improv is for.
Well, do you think, hey, what if we get up on the roof and we just find their antenna that transmits that stuff? Like, what if they have like a red relay too? What if it is the red relay too?
Huh?
And Kennel's going to hold up 2 fingers. It's like the red relay, but it's the second version of it.
The what now?
You know, the red relay that we got for Red Hot out of the squatters mall. The thing,
No, I think you're onto something here. Like, what if we get to the roof, right? And then we cut our way into the control room, and then Improv just takes over, and the guys down below, they just load everything up onto, like a U-Haul or something.
yeah, I ain't going to haul it. It's going to be a they haul. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but through, and then he does like the marionette fingers thing,
Oh yeah. I get you now.
and then we just jump off the roof into the truck and drive away,
I don't know. That
Eh?
sounds a little bit awesome to me.
right? And we could like
Mhm.
totally leave a bomb behind, and then as we're driving away, we wouldn't look at it.
Yeah, but you have to walk away when you blow it up when you're not looking at it, man.
I don't know. I don't want to be too close to a bomb blowing up. I've seen what it does to people.
Yeah, I sleep on my back, so I look straight up at the ceiling, and most nights I imagine a bomb coming straight from there. Yo, remind me to change to a different bedroom when we get back to Treehouse site. I'm feeling a little
Yeah, 'cause
uncomfortable now.
you don't want to look at the explosion, because if you look at the explosion, your eyes can get damaged. So you might want to sleep on your belly.
Yeah, but I got these big old horns. It's kind of hard to do that. You know, I got special made pillows. I can only imagine Juliet's face as she's ready for murder, and we're we're discussing all of this in front of her.
Can we go now?
I mean, if you guys just want to go in and shoot it up, I mean, that's one way to do it, but that's a lot of people that are going to try to fight us. I'm just saying. Like, okay, refresh my memory. So on the ground floor, we get in somehow. We have to run to the other side of the place, grab the sim rigs, and then run back to the other side of the place to get out.
Well, no, we take the nearest door.
Well, yeah, but there's only the front door. I thought was there a door in the back? I mean, well, there's like the roll-up doors, yeah, but those take time to roll
And
up.
there's a loading bay.
Ain't you ever seen a movie, man? Those doors always go slow as dreck.
Not if they're already open.
So you just want to wait till the delivery shows up so there's more people here?
You think the drones can actually take it to bother us? One bullet to the head. I've got so many bullets these days. Mr. GM, judging by where the finished products are, which door would be the
Well, you have either the employee entrance or coming into the vehicle bay. The vehicle bay would definitely be the closest.
Okay, that's our decision then. Well, boys, I guess we're taking the vehicle bay. We're waiting until the door's already open. And yeah.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but a loading bay is like 1.5 meters off the ground, like because the truck has to back in so that the tailgate's level with the platform. Are you sure you can? And he'll kind of mimic jumping up while he's still in the back seat of the car, but just like raises his shoulders and brings him down. Like, are you sure you can do the Hup.
If I demonstrate how far I can jump, it will be my fist extended. in
No,
terms of
don't do that. You're gonna mess up the roof in this car, man. It's got a real nice liner. Like I'm doing my best not to bang my horns into it.
Can we just go kill things then?
I don't know, Horatio, how you feel about this?
That's a lot of guys. Think about it, Juliet. If they're just guys, that's one thing, right? But if they've got those wires, then they can be like badass, because they load the ninja programming, and then they like pick up the a club or something, right? Then they use it like nunchucks.
Fine. Sweet for improv. That's fine. It's fine.
What if
Drive.
what if we get what if
Or they
oh,
load up the Navy SEAL program, right?
Go drive.
what if we get our snipers like the pinkies we got, and we put them on a low rooftop with a straight line on the loading bay door, and they can plink off anybody that starts to poke their head out. While we run in, we grab the stuff, we run out.
I don't hate it.
I mean, our snipers aren't going to be enough of every single person in there can pick up a gun.
Did I see crates of guns lying around anywhere, Mr. GM?
You didn't see any crates of guns, but you do know for sure that the quality control technicians that you saw definitely had some. Outside of that, you're not 100% sure because nobody else was as obvious about it.
I guess the decision is, do we really feel like just literally throwing our bodies at a door and trying to steal the stuff, or do we want to wait on it?
I'm torn.
Just tell me what to shoot.
Because if we can get these guys to, like, if we take over the factory, right, we're going to get a lot more than just just the Cimmerics, right?
Yeah, they've got to
We're
have
going
more
to get
stuff than just sim rigs. I mean, they're going to have the blank chips. They're going to have sim rigs. They probably might have some direct little comm links for playing back the chips. Not to mention all the equipment to make the stuff.
yeah. So if we take over the factory, we're going to get a lot. There's more risk, but there's significantly more reward. If our goal is just the Cimmerics, I'm pretty confident we could just grab the crate and book it. Maybe with some sniper backup to delay people chasing us. Maybe we want to grab one of these workers too, because if they've got like cyber, we could take that out and put it in one of our guys or sell it.
They're drones. It's gonna be cheap cyber.
I don't know, man. I feel kind of bad about taking from the people in the Barrens. Like they only got these jobs because they got the wires in, and the corps make them pay for that.
Oh well, that's their mistake for working with the corpse.
They're
They
gonna be dead afterward anyway.
see if they was smart, they would have joined a gang and got a real family.
I mean, you honestly think we're gonna leave them alive after we take this stuff out?
Mr. GM, based on the rough blueprint we got from Horatio's scouting of the ground floor and the upper floor, is there just like one main staircase coming down from the upper floor to the ground level floor? Are there multiple elevators? Like, how do they get from upstairs to downstairs?
There are a few different ways to get up there, but there are two main stairways that just goes from bottom to top. But there are a handful of smaller ones, like instead of like 3 and 4 people being able to walk down, only like 1 or 2 being able to walk up or down these. I don't know how many of you have actually worked in factory, but you occasionally have these machines that actually lift products up into a higher elevation.
Yeah,
It follows one of those up.
It's kind of like it's almost like a crane with the cables on it that connects to the catwalk. Yeah, I worked in one when I was younger, and oh my god, was my soul dying.
This is more like an elevator that just kind of pulls them up onto the next section of a line,
Okay.
or like a constant escalator moving them up into the next part of the line.
Okay, so here's what we got to do. We got to wait till a truck pulls up with some kind of delivery or a pickup. Like, how do we know when one of those is going to happen?
The entire time that you guys have been watching, there's always been at least one trailer that appears to be hooked up and ready to go, or is being loaded and about ready to go.
Do the trailers in the Sixth World, do they have a pass-through from the cab into the box trailer itself?
I imagine it's kind of like today, like where they have like the fifth wheel hookup.
Okay, so there's no direct access from the cab into the trailer. Okay.
No. Trailers, I imagine, would be mostly kept
Yeah,
separate.
that makes sense. While we have been here, what is the search process when a truck comes up to be loaded or unloaded? Like, what do the guards do to the trucks?
It's mostly not guards. The guards kind of just check the truck, make sure there's nothing underneath or over top of it. They all seem to go over a scale. Like they have like the big, just metal, the big metal scale, like where cars like they have to drive over top of it, stop for a second, and then go. But they just then pull up to the vehicle bay, back in, drop the I guess stilts or stands that keep the trailer from actually falling whenever the truck pulls out. Truck pulls out, hooks up to the one that's about ready to go or ready to go, and then pulls out and leaves.
At any time, does the cab open, exposing the driver to line of sight?
Yes, because they have to get out and actually unhook the trailer
Okay.
themselves.
Like disconnect the hydraulics and drop the jacks and all that. Got it.
Yeah. Bingo.
And is this facility surrounded by a fence or is it open?
It is surrounded by a chain link fence with barbed wire above the top. I will say micro wire just because we actually have
We actually have stats
stats
for it. I don't know, guys. It feels like we're rushing into a possible death trap.
Mm-hmm. Wait for improv.
I think you guys are right, because if it was easy, right, then it would be hit every week.
Mm-hmm. Now you're getting paranoid. Kind of. Just a bit.
There's still always the option of doing the day labor thing. I mean, go in, work for a day, get paid a little bit new, and we get to scope the place out.
No.
But we don't have wires.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
But
you can
do you
go if you
think
want.
that?
I'm staying out here.
Yeah, but do you think that trash vacuum guy got wires? I mean, I'm sure they got some kind of like dreg labor or something going on.
Sure, go on. I'll watch.
I mean, I've never done an honest day's work in my life. I don't really want to start now.
Well, yeah, but this
You're
wouldn't
just
be honest.
pretending
You'd be casing the place to steal it, so it would be like as dishonest as you can get.
By all means, you can go in. I'm just going to shoot everybody after you.
But
You know, everything
unfortunately,
goes to hell.
totally as an OOC consideration, I'm concerned that my 3 dice for etiquette would be a major detriment in that particular plan.
Just keep mum and stay behind Kennel.
Just do what Juliet did and pretend you bit your tongue off, and all you can do is glare at people. It works. It's great.
Juliet's not going in.
Oh, but you'd be like the queen of stocking the low shelves. Man.
Yeah, she'll play sniper for this one if this even happens. She's voting not, but you never know. She'll give you guys quite enough rope to hang yourselves with here.
I mean, I'm willing to try it, Kennel. There's a lot we don't know, right?
Yeah, there is. I'm just trying to think as a socially built character, that would be his thought, was to go in and schmooze. I just feel like there are too many variables and too many bullets that could be thrown at us if we just try to kick in the door, run in, grab it, and run out. If we do wait for next session, if Improv is back for the next session, I'll say, and just use her to hack the system, maybe. One, it would be a fun Matrix thing, I think. And two, it would be kind of an interesting way to deal with the security in the building. Like everybody gets kung fu and starts fighting their handlers, and then runs out free to the cries of "the red wires have freed you."
We'd basically have our own BTL production at that point.
Are you guys actually considering trying to take over this place?
Not too seriously. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe for a day or two to
take it
print.
over?
Just a day or two to print up all of our beetles, and then have them get thrown out the trash chute, and we recover them, and then it goes back to normal, like nobody ever knew what happened.
See, I was thinking if we get into the control room and she can hacks whatever their control is, she just makes the people load everything into our truck, and then we go to the truck and drive away. Right? Because then all the workers could fight the security guards, and we wouldn't have to fight anything. We could save ourselves for the red hot nuke response.
See, honestly, that's the other thing I'm a little worried about, is we already have the spiders one is dead. And if we add the red hot nukes, that means we have enemies to the north and enemies to the southeast. So we're surrounding ourselves with people that don't like us.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna wear spice colors when we do this.
I do like that.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. This was also your first idea. There could be multiple other places and things that you could do to get all of this stuff.
I mean, realistically, we could just pay for them.
That's what chumps do.
I agree. I'm just we still have my contact at the college. We could always rob the college if we wanted. We could find any of the the amateur porn productions places, like all the syndicates have those. We could take over one of those and steal their stuff.
Everything has its positives and negatives. It's just, figuring out what you want to do.
So I feel like our style is high risk, high reward.
Fair.
Yeah, because we haven't really fleshed out a good plan since we began. So.
That's part of the reason why I'm so surprised you guys are planning this one out so well. I'm like, man, figured we'd already been halfway through go.
It's because we don't have any bombs with us right now. That's the difference.
I mean, Juliet was just saying that we just run in, cut through the loading bay door, and then grab stuff and then run out. But I don't know
The
what
numbers.
happened.
No, the numbers just scare me there. Because
Yeah.
even
Well, I want to throw this in because Horatio does have common sense. But you guys are just acting like it's only the three of you.
I mean, this is true. But Juliet's got this new little shtick where she thinks of the rest of the gang as pets that have to be protected. So
I'm also thinking if it's
But,
just
well, you also already have pets who don't need to be protected.
this is true.
although if we can create a scene where Az can take over people's skill wires and make them do stuff.
Oh, yeah, I love the idea behind that. That sounds really cool. And that would really be the first time Improv's got to strut her Matrix stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I was thinking about that.
Yeah, and if we can get into the control room and we can do that, we can take anything of value from this place and save ourselves for dealing with the nukes, right?
Okay, so what we do is we grab the gang, we come back here with a roadmaster stuffed with troops, and then we just mow down the place.
Would we even need to do it with the roadmaster? Like, could we just jack a truck that's on its way in?
I mean, sure, we could. Can we say that Improv is an NPC and we can stuff her underneath the chassis at some point? Because otherwise, having that truck rerouted by the owner is going to be, or Jammer, I guess.
If this is a big chance to do awesome things in the Matrix, I would really like for Improv to be there, just to have a chance in the sunshine,
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Though, to be fair, she does have by far the highest body count out of all of you. Like, it's not even close.
That's why Juliet
is
wants to kill.
true.
She's like Gimli versus the elf dude in Lord of the Rings. Like she's like, no, I'm at 34, and Improv's like, I'm in triple digits, sucker. It's a competition.
Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing either gophers. Either a pair of gophers or one roadmaster, I think, will be enough to get us the troops we need. Not to mention space for whatever we want to haul back out. And then if we jacked one of the semis, although I think jacking a semi would make it a bit too hard to make a proper getaway.
It would make it really difficult because a truck with a trailer has a handling of 1, and I believe an acceleration of 1. So getting away, we would definitely be caught by the red hot nukes in one of those.
Kennel, that is only the Trailblazer.
Yes, that's the only one I can imagine Kennel having any experience with. Like, when would a Baron's Red ever see a semi that actually went fast? Now, if we can get us a Hellhound.
I was about to say, you probably wouldn't know what a Hellhound is.
Well, yeah,
That's-
I've got a Hellhound. His name is Drogon, and he is a good boy.
No, I mean, like the Mac Hellhound. Like, you probably know what that thing is. It's like one of those, like, man, if you could ever get a hold of one of those, like, you're set for life. It's this, getting a hold of one.
Yeah, and if we're gonna bring in the troops, I would personally like us to get more than the Simrigs. Because if they're gonna risk losing eyes and stuff,
Yeah, that was
we need a haul.
expensive. That was expensive rebuilding people last time.
And I have zero problem hurting people.
I don't know, I'm definitely getting the feel that we should wait until Improv is there. I think that'll make for a much more
Okay.
fun session. I mean, when have you ever taken over a warehouse's workers and marionetted everybody into fighting the guards for you?
This is fair.
And then it saves because this will take longer if we do that plan, which means
Mhm.
the nukes are going to respond. And so we're going to need you and I to not be worn out fighting a bunch of factory workers.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing getting high pain tolerance, just in case. Oh, 14
fair.
karma though.
But it's all about the tough as nails.
I love that one too, but once I start taking penalties, since I do thrown, like that's the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm chucking grenades and I'm down to like 9 dice, that's a scary number.
That's when you go heavy weapons, get the airburst link, and use wireless grenades.
Because a wireless grenade has never been a bad idea.
Why am I giving you guys advice? It's a terrible idea.
If my math is right, you have just listened to the last episode of the year. And my neighbor's dog barking. Thanks to everyone out there that has followed our campaign. It was amazing to play, and now it's an amazing thing to offer to all of you. Thanks for listening. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week.